Hey guys. Hey. Hey. Did y'all miss me? Hey. Hey.
Hey, hey, how y'all doing?
Hey. um, did y'all miss me? To my 2 subscribers out there, did y'all miss me? Um, but yeah, on a serious note, I have wanted to film again, but I just see, and this goes into what this video is going to be about. I never followed through with anything, so I have clips, but nothing to put together into like one cohesive video. Um, I went on a trip, had every intention of vlogging the trip, chickened out. So I have clips of me in my Airbnb, and that's about it. And who wants to see that? Um, I had every intention of filming the first of the month. Did that for maybe 2 days, and then chickened out again. I figured, okay, let me take the pressure off and not make it so formal and just talk. So that's why I'm not using my camera. I'm using my MacBook because this will force me to be able to upload to YouTube immediately. Um, I may do some editing, but very, very minimal. We're just going to keep it real informal, real, cool, whatever, right? I just wanted to kind of keep a little diary of this year, or the last month of this year, going into 2024. And I don't know if I necessarily want to call them resolutions, more so than I want to call them life changes in terms of how I want the next maybe 5 years of my life to go. I used to hate when people would say, what's your 5 year plan? What's your 5 year plan? And I was like, I don't know. Leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Okay. Like, but I think I'm kind of getting to that point where I really don't know what the future holds. Um, Not that I'm necessarily unsure of being successful or anything like that, but more so like, where exactly am I going to be? Like, am I going to be living in the same place? Am I going to be working at the same place? Are the people that are in my life still going to be in my life? Which, for the most part, yes. I think that I have made solid lifelong connections, so that's not even an issue. But I think I'm at a point where I'm kind of realizing, okay, you do need to start making more strategic moves. And yes, live life, enjoy life. Don't take everything so seriously, but we also got to get it together, right? The first thing, and really the two most important things that I want to do for next year are kind of intertwined, to a degree, not fully. But one, I have told myself that I'm going to be more vulnerable this year. And you guys are probably thinking, like, vulnerable, like, oh my gosh, like, that's it. Yes, for anybody who knows me and really knows me personally, you know that I can be quite closed off, good at expressing my feelings. I'm not good at expressing my emotions. I am not good about asking for help, which I'm really good at being a support system for a lot of people, or part of the support system for people, in terms of people can come to me and ask me for help for anything, and I'll do it with no question. But when it comes to me now utilizing the resources and the people in my life, I don't do that. And I wouldn't say it has started to affect me, but I think I'm just kind of getting to a standstill where I'm realizing, okay, you cannot do everything on your own. You're not supposed to do everything on your own. There's a reason why you have a community around you, right? So, friends, family, loved ones, like those people are there. Like, they're not just there for you to be able to just talk on the phone and laugh or whatever. Like, if you need something, they're there for a reason, right? They're there to help you. And so, um, I'm not really good at expressing my emotions, partly because sometimes I don't necessarily understand how I feel about something until after the fact when I've had time to dwell on it. But at the same time, the emotions that you may feel right then and there, those might be the most relevant emotions, and it's okay to cry. I hate crying, but it's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to, you know, express discontent, discomfort. Like, it's okay, especially with friends and loved ones that may be in similar positions or may have even been in, similar positions at one point, because, I'm talking to my friends and I realize that a lot of us are going through the same thing, you know. Um, but I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, no, like there's no way I can be vulnerable with these people because they have it all together. Nobody has it together, right? So that's pretty much one thing. What I'm saying intertwines with the vulnerability part is also learning how to network, learning how to break out of my comfort zone and talk to people. Like, when I'm not walking around with a stick up my ass, I actually am good at talking to people. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but um, when I'm not walking around with a stick up my butt, I can actually talk to people. People are actually quite interesting. I may not be the most social, but people can actually be quite interesting. And I need to be better about talking to people, just not even just at work, not even just because I want to get something out of it, but more so just talking to people. People are actually very interesting, and you also never know what you have in common with somebody until you talk to them. Like, people, I have talked to people who have had the most interesting lives, and you would never know it just off, how they look, just off GP. But I need to talk to people more. That does include people at work, because I am not the most social at work. Um, but just, hey, what's good? Hey, how are you doing? Like, hey, really being curious and really forming bonds with people. Um, Contrary to what some people think, I am quite interested in people. I do care about the people that I talk to. I do care, and if they're having issues, like maybe I'm not able to help, but I would at least like to know, okay, like, has things improved? Like, things like that. I just really need to do better about that. Um, and not sit in my house all day. Just because I do enjoy my home. I do enjoy the sanctuary and the space, and I love to sleep. I cannot lie. I love my bed. My bed is very comfortable. Um, but I just don't want another year to pass me by and not really have anything to show for it. I did accomplish some things this year. Little things like I went to swim class, finally learned how to swim. Um, I really, I, yeah, I did start serving at my church, which was a pretty big accomplishment for me because that was something that I had not done in a long time. And I actually enjoy it. And um, I think I've gotten back into actually enjoying going to church because that was something that I did not enjoy for a long time, if really my whole life. So I would say that in and of itself is an accomplishment. Um, I have started to learn advocating for myself, mostly at work, um, asking for what I want, which again ties into the whole vulnerability bit. You know, I can't be too prideful, right? People are not magicians, they are not wizards, they are not psychic, they are not telepathic, right? This is not, they're not Professor X. If I don't tell people what I want or what is bothering me, how are they going to know how to help me? Duh. So, yeah. Um I feel like I'm kind of saying a whole bunch of nothing. Um so a few more things and I'll wrap it up. I actually tried to film my third part, hated it, so I deleted it. So we're starting over. Um but something else that I did already kind of start this year, but I really want to take more seriously going into next year is my health. Um I haven't had any health scares or that, like anything like that, so it's not like I had anything scary or traumatic happen where I was like, oh my gosh, like I was forced to. But I don't know, it just kind of hit me that, you know what, I'm not getting any younger. And I just really need to prioritize my health. I cannot drink Coke every day. Not that I was drinking Coke every day, but I was drinking Coke definitely a few times a week. Um, Not consuming so much sugar, eating vegetables, going to the gym, moving your body. That stuff is important, for long term, not even just for right now, but for long term. And again, I have started doing that. So I do go to the gym. I went to the gym today, went to the gym yesterday. I do frequent the gym a few times a week, at least three. I try to, if work is not super busy. Um, and I try to have like a balanced diet. I am still struggling with eating like breakfast. So I do have a bad habit of like picking up and going to work and maybe just drinking like a cup of coffee and having like a protein bar, which is not food. um so I do need to do better about that, but I have gotten better about eating more balanced, eating a lot more protein. Um I do need to cut out on the alcohol. Um I think that I will do dry January. But I just don't enjoy being hungover. I don't like the taste of alcohol is fine. I could do without it. Um, but I don't know. I think as I get older, I'm not really intrigued by drinking that much anymore. Um, like I have alcohol in my house, but I touch it maybe once a month, if at all. Um, and I just gotten to a point like, what's the point? Like, drink, I don't really drink that much anymore, and I don't necessarily miss it. Like, I don't often have a time where I'm like, I really need a drink. I really need a glass of wine, which this that you see right here is a wine cooler, and there's, I think, 3 bottles of wine in there. Um, but they've been in there for months at this point, and I don't know when I'm gonna open them because I don't need to drink. Like, I don't need a glass of wine every day or even every week. So that's another. Um, what else? What else? Another thing. I have got to pass my CPA, y'all. For those who do not know, the CPA is your certified public accountant. I have got to pass it next year because I'm tired of it hanging over my head. Like, I'm tired of looking at those books. I'm tired of looking at Becker. Tired of um I'm tired of taking exams and not passing. So I gotta pass something. Um I do have an exam scheduled next month, January 26th. But I gotta get it done, y'all. Which ties again into the vulnerability thing. I need to be upfront with my coworkers, with my managers, and tell them, hey, I gotta get this done. Please. I know work is busy, but like I have got to get this done because um I'm not in jeopardy of not getting promoted without it or anything like that. But the older I get, the longer work is, or the longer I'm at my job. It's not impossible. There are plenty of people who have passed their CPA while working, but it's not easy at all. So I really just got to put my head down and get it done. And that's why again, the vulnerability thing. I'm about to put this on YouTube and hold myself accountable because I don't want to come back at the end of the next year and say, I want to pass it in 2025. Like I'm gonna no. We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this. We gotta get it done. Like enough. Enough is enough. So yeah, CPA stuff has got to be done. And yeah, I feel like there will probably be other little things that I'll probably remember. This is not going to be the first or the last video that I make, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just had to sit and get my thoughts out. I feel like I rambled this entire video and probably made no sense. But you know what? It's a start. Everything does not have to be perfect. And I don't know, I'm just kind of excited for next year. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm feeling really optimistic. I know it's going to take some work. You know, I don't expect these things to fall into my lap. But I'm excited. And if you have any resolutions, leave them down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.